When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Now the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Complete to the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. He wants to throw. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Hurricane. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Throws to the wideout. They're just working that sideline. Excellent footwork to stay in bounds. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
They'll leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him.
Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Yeah, and a lot of offenses, when they get their free safety matched up man-to-man, they're going to take shots because they believe their guy can win. Really nice man-to-man coverage and a nice job making a play on the ball.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. Wide open spaces. The 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. With the catch, it's Duggan. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be calling a hot route. They try to get it outside on the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Going right to work up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. back to pass. Got the back over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Off play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And those are frustrating. I mean, you throw it to the open guy, you make the right decision, and the big fella, Mr. Reliable, the tight ends, right? Like your security blanket over the middle of the field, just can't come up with the football.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Duggan. And he's dragged down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. They'll run the sneak for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
He's going for it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go come.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires to the right. The sure hands, it's Pennington. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. They'll run play action. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And back to the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Duggan. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on first and 10. The screen, and watch out! They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Canes can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. Got room to work. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Got it in the middle. It's Duggan. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Fights off a defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from it.
It does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defense in front of you, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
And the Canes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Hurricanes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Caught in the backfield, it skips. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes! Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Working that left side now. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to burn this defensive back. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more snap coming before halftime. Throws it back. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Powers through. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll. Breaks into the open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. And the Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Duggan. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the...
Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Quick step and go. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Pennington. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Pennington. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got him. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Pennington. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one. They're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Here's the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Pennington. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on first down. Snags it over the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. And they're not on the same page there.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Denying a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And he gets stopped before he gets started. A loss on the play. And the Canes will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Pulls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They're working that left side.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They've got the screen set up. There he goes. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. NC State at the line with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They're going to ride this running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Pennington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. NC State going up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Under fire. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to pass their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Right back to the well. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to...
Turning it on! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Crosby. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Pennington. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
2nd down.
Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Double time. Hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. These corners going to give them some space. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. And he'll avoid the tackle on the slide. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Oh, they're after him. Dances away to buy time. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will